and we wait. Slowly and patiently. This is a while with nobody showing up. Hi, hello guys. I was just sitting there, no one was on for a while. I was like, okay, I'll just wait here. I'm pretty good. How are you guys? Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. But I'm doing pretty good. Woke up, did some schoolwork. Skyward is still down, so I wasn't able to log into my main classes, but I was able to do some. But that sucks that Skyward's down. Anyways, though, I did some schoolwork. I went downstairs to the pool, and I went swimming for like an hour, roughly. Then I washed my hair, and I went live. And I just had dinner. And Joey's in the other room. He's playing VR. Thank you. I literally adjusted my hair today. And actually, it's so crazy. My hair has been like really brassy lately. And which, if you aren't aware, it's just basically me saying that my hair looked very orange, I guess. I guess that's the best way to say it. Like, it looked brassy. And I used a water filter today whenever I was washing my hair. And it looks like not brassy at all. And I'm so happy. I'm like, yes, this is the secret. Joey's the star of the live? I'm sorry. I didn't realize he was popular like that. You have VR too? Yes. He's been very busy. So it's actually like first time he's gotten his VR in a while. Fun fact, I actually bought him the VR. I know. I'm so good, guys. He's playing some boxing game, I think. That's what he was saying. I do not know what his name is. I have no clue. All I know is one time I was like on his VR, and I looked at his friends list, and I saw there was a girl on his friends list, and I was like, Joey, who is this girl? The girl was my sister. But it was like a girl name, but it wasn't her name. Like, it was just like a random name that like a girl would have. And I was like, who is this girl, Joey? And he was like, that's your sister, Alyssa. And I was like, oh. Sorry. Yeah, so Chronicles of the Girlfriend. You have some drama? Spill. I love knowing the drama. I love whenever people come to me and like spice things up on the live. Lash routine, I just use the Bad Gal Bang mascara. There's not really any specific thing. I just did one coat, nothing special. I do not think I look like Felix from Stray Kids. Maybe the blonde hair, but that's it. Look behind you. I have the Roku TV behind me. The little city. Thank you for the 5, whatever HK means. Thank you so much. Also, I have no clue how to pronounce your name because it's not in English letters. So I have no clue how to pronounce it. I would like to know the drama. Yes, girl. Spill the drama. To me only. She knows I like him. What do you mean she knows? I'm not 20 years old. Wait, what do you mean she knows I like him? What did you do? What does she know? I'm so confused. Oh my gosh, my comments kept going, but it didn't slow down. The lashes, it's the Bad Girl Bang mascara from Benefit. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. I'm still a child if I'm under 20. That is not my problem. Honestly, if someone told me you were Felix from Stray Kids' daughter, I would believe it in a good way. Maybe. I honestly don't think we look alike. I think the only resemblance is that we both have freckles, and that's it. I don't even know if you guys can see my freckles. I don't know, but I do have freckles. Sometimes under my makeup, you can't see my freckles that well. Especially like in real life, you can see it like almost always under my makeup, depending on how heavy it is. But on camera, they're really hard to see for some reason. No, this is not my natural hair color. I bleached my hair. My ex-best friend won't stop talking to my crush and be all flirty. Okay. One, there is a clear reason why she's your ex-best friend. Two, if he has any interest in her, then just find a new crush. Like, don't try to get in the middle of that. But if he doesn't, then that shouldn't stop you from pursuing who you like. Like, in my opinion. Like, if that's who you like and she's just doing that to be petty and he isn't interested in it, like, just don't give in to her. Like, just do what you want to do, live your life. But if he does like her and it's obvious with the way he's acting with her, or he's just flirting with both of you, then just give up on it. Just go find a new crush. Because it's a waste of your time, too. Do prank calls? No, I don't do prank calls, honestly. Like, I've never been like a prank call person. She called herself his girlfriend. Oh, the desperation is so bad. I don't have a Stray Kids bias. I don't really know what Stray Kids is, but I've had so many people say I look like Felix from I was going to say Stray Kids from Felix. Felix from Stray Kids, that I looked up who this was because I was like, who is this man that everyone is saying I look like? Come to find out, it's a trend. And I didn't realize at the time it was a trend, but I now know it's a trend, but I did not know. Because I saw a video when I looked it up. It was like telling people they look like Felix from Stray Kids. And I was like, oh. So that's how I found out. But I'm not really sure what Stray Kids is. I don't think I can have a bias if I don't know them. Thank you guys. But a good thing is me and him still talk. Okay, it's cool if he still talks to you, but in my humble opinion, at least for me, um, if he's giving you both the time of day that you're looking at, like if he's like playing into both of your banter, like if he's flirting, I keep saying like, if he's flirting with both of you and giving you both the same energy, then just drop out. Like, he has nothing special that you can't find another guy, usually. I will say there's some standout men, but I swear to you, if he's giving both of you the time of day, flirting with both of you, giving you both the same energy, then just drop out of that. Because you're too good for that. You don't deserve to be sharing someone. You can have someone to yourself. You can have someone that will just like you. And I know that you're not dating yet, but I just think that if you're an option, don't be. I don't believe in being an option. It's not for me. Do girls want relationships anymore? Honestly, at least I can speak for myself, but I can't speak for everyone. I know a lot of people in general just aren't down for real relationships anymore, which I think is so disheartening and so sad. Because I believe in real relationships. I believe like dating to marry. I'm in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 3 years now. I just passed for 3 years actually. So, oh, is that what they do? I can't do it fast, but I believe in dating, but I know a lot of people don't, and I think that that's something that needs to be changed. Because why is that not real? But there are so many girls out there that do believe in it, so many guys out there that do believe in it. You just have to find the right person for you, and I don't think you need to search for multiple people. I mean, like you can, but I don't mean like you shouldn't intimately search for multiple people, just for one. Fake friends advice, it's hard to give advice in what they're doing to you because I don't know what they're doing to you. But I would say how to find a fake friend. Obviously, if they're doing stuff behind your back, but I would say the main thing is how they react to your success. Like, if something good is happening to you and like they're copying you beyond like a certain extent, or they're trying to compete with you in an unhealthy way, like I feel like that's the way you know, like, or they're just not happy for you. Like, if you tell them, like, oh my gosh, like, I just got this job, or like, I just did this, and they're like, cool, like they just don't care for you, or they try to like minimize your successes. I think that's how you'll know, like, oh, that's a fake friend. Like, they don't care for me and my success. They just want to be better than me. I'm an accessory to them. Like, they don't care about you. So I think that's the main way to know is how they react to your successes. And then for dealing with fake friends, it really depends on each situation, the severity of the situations. But I would say just try to distance yourself. I mean, that's the best course of action. Politely distance yourself. And don't try to flatter them to make it better. Because a lot of people, like, if they have fake friends, I feel like they try to do a bunch of extra to make up for that. Be like, oh, maybe if I do this and they'll like me. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. They don't give you the time of day, so don't give them the time of day. Because people love to be so nice to your face and then so rude behind your back. Good morning. I am not a Karen. Oh my gosh, I'm not a Karen. This is from Kendra Scott, and my boyfriend gave it to me. I have a question. Some girl I haven't known since I was a kid was like really flirty with me, but now is ignoring you. Okay, either she likes you and she's using this. Okay, there's multiple choices. Okay, she likes you and she's trying to do a technique where she gives you a lot of energy and then pulls back to see if you like her. So she's trying to see if you'll reciprocate it. You were just either a little stage for her and she got with someone new, and you were her side quest. Um, or she just has a roster for some reason. Hopefully it's number one, but I would say try to, like, if you like her. That if you don't like her, then just forget about it. It's not a big deal. But if you like her, I would say try to talk to her. Don't be like stupid flirty, but like be a little flirty. See how she responds to it, and also make sure she's not talking to anyone else. Like, make sure she's not with anyone, because that's an immediate no. We do not support homewreckers here. You heard it here. Is there a reason for dyeing my hair blonde? No, I just like how I look better blonde than I do brunette. So I just feel like it matches like my coloration and the vibe I go for more. So I really do that, but it's not like if I was a brunette, I would still be very confident. I would still love my hair, love the way I look. Like, it doesn't change. I just like blonde better on me. But if I had to go back to brunette, it would not be the end of the world by any means. I also think it makes me stand out a little bit though. Like, I like standing out, and I think like if I'm like a dance convention or just somewhere, not as many people are blonde usually. At least wherever I am, there aren't as many blondes. So you'll see like a giant, like if you're looking from like an upward view, you see a bunch of people with a hair color, and they're like the lighter colored people or like the interesting colored hair will stick out to you. Blush is the Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Charlotte Tilbury like cream blush. I don't know what pinkest color they have, and it's in the little squeezy bottle. Best way to get someone's number that you haven't talked to in a while. Um, Try to rekindle the friendship and just straight up like ask them, or you can like make up an excuse that's like, oh my gosh, like you're so cool, like we should hang out sometime. Like, can I get your number? Like, just make up some excuse, or just straight up be like, hey, can I have your number? Because I feel like asking for someone's number isn't weird, and it should be more normalized. Like, why is that weird? But yeah. Watching from Fiji? That's so cool. What time is it? It's 9:15 where I'm at. What do I do if my best friend is leaving my friend group for a new girl? Like she's choosing a girl over your friend group? So I was gonna say it's not that big of a deal, like you can still be friends. And I still think you could still be friends, but if she's choosing the new girl over you, then I hate that I'm the one that has to tell you this, but that is not your best friend. Um, that sucks too. But I think that you can still be friends. Like I don't think there's a problem with having a lot of friends, but I know some people will cling on to one person more. And also, if someone hangs out with one person more, like I don't know what your circumstances are. I don't know what she's done. But I think if someone hangs out with someone more than others, that doesn't make them like that doesn't mean that you should exclude them from a group. It doesn't mean that they're trying to separate themselves from a group always. I think they might just like spending time with the person or they like who the person is. I'm not doing like a Q&A, but I do like about myself. I guess I am doing a Q&A technically. People just write stuff and I will answer. What's heavier, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane? Isn't butane gas? Water? Actually, water's low-key heavy. Hi, Raylan. Just because of the same measurement, like the amount, I don't I don't think it's by weight. I think it's by the amount. What do I do? I said no to my crush when he asked me to the dance on accident. I'm so confused. Like, what do I do? I said no to my crush when he asked me to the dance by accident. So did he ask you on accident? Because if he asked you on accident, then it's like a. But like, girl, why'd you say no? Like, was it a prank? If it was a prank, then like just don't bring it up. But like, if it wasn't, like, go tell him. I like, I like you. Biggest red flag in a guy. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so in general, my biggest red flag is people that are like super arrogant or think they have like a mindset that they're better than everyone else. I cannot stand whenever people are like that. So obviously that, and that's as like a general subject, not just in a guy, but in everyone. I cannot stand people that just believe that they're above everyone and that they deserve more and that they're better in every way. Like, girl, you can be confident, but there's no reason to think that you're superior because you're not. I don't think anyone's superior to anyone for any reason. I don't care if you're prettier. I don't care if you have more money. I don't care if you're more popular. I don't care if you're more flexible, if you're more muscular. I don't care what. That does not make you a better person. I think the only way you can be like a better person in someone's eyes is if you are actually a good person. And then if you are, you don't think like that. So, cannot stand that. And in a guy, probably just like a moral thing, like dating for lust over love, like just I would say probably like the moral line is my biggest red flag. If they're not a moral person, I think that'd be hard. 6, 7. Someone said they're insecure. There's nothing wrong with being insecure. Um, and I think it's okay to have insecurities. I think everyone has insecurities. I have insecurities. I think every single person has some sort of insecurity. And at the end of the day, that doesn't define you. And a lot of insecurities people don't actually see. Because I think everyone's their biggest critic. Not critic. Everyone's their biggest critic. Everyone is tearing themselves apart always. Um, and you just need to get out of that mindset. Because I think a lot of people will always be insecure about one thing. But I think instead of looking at all the things to be insecure about, be like, oh my gosh, like I have the cutest nose. I have the prettiest hair. Like, I think focus on the good things about you. And I believe that there is good in everyone, and everyone has at least one good quality. And I think beyond even physical, I think if you're just a good person, then that's all that matters. Like, I'm not going to be friends with you because you're pretty or because you're rich. I'm going to be friends with you because you're a good person. I think that is the most important thing, is like the quality of the person that you're with. And so, like, I think that that's what matters. Like, if you're just a really kind, thoughtful, caring, humble, selfless person, then you're perfect. You're perfect in my eyes. Thank you guys. I love to know that I can help you guys out. Mascara is the Bad Gal Bang mascara. What do I do if a girl in my class has beef with me for no reason and I sit next to her? Just ignore her. I think, like, I think whenever people are mad at you or they want something out of you, they want a reaction. I think they usually want a reaction. And so whenever you don't feed them any energy and you just give them no time of day, and you definitely didn't do anything wrong. If you did something wrong, fess up, say you're sorry, take accountability. But if you didn't, don't give it any time of day. Do not worry about it. Don't do anything. I think that'll make her, like, the most mad. And also let her realize that it's completely one-sided. Just like, okay, on with my day. I don't care. Because why should you care? Oh well, one person hates me. I don't care their loss. How do I get my makeup to last through school year? I think just like learning to do a makeup routine that lasts long. And also, usually I feel like it's just like mascara or your blush or your lip liner will go away. So bring a little bag with extra makeup sometimes. Or I think the main thing is getting oily. During school, you'll get super oily. I am Catholic, yes. You'll get super oily, so bring some type of like oil rag or just bring setting powder. I think that's the main things. But like bring like a little bag with you. I use the Dyson Airwrap and the 1-inch curl to curl my hair. Wait, someone said, what do I do if my teacher gives me bad grades because they don't like me? Are you sure it's not because you're doing bad in the class? Okay. If you're actually doing bad in the class, let's take a little self-reflection. Let's reflect. Is this true, or do they actually not like you? And if they actually don't like you and they're giving you these grades, and you can prove that it's unjustified and that you can just show like you're a great student in all your other classes and you have recognition, I would say bring it up to a counselor, bring it up to someone of authority that you can talk to. But it's honestly really hard because I feel like usually teachers, like they like it's like, oh, like the teacher's never wrong, like trust your teacher. No, like that's not true. But I think try to talk to someone, especially if you are regularly a good student, it will probably be more credible. But I'm so sorry. Maybe find out why they don't like you, try to figure that out. But that's a very hard situation. Conrad. What do I do if I have a lot of work and only like so many days? Okay, I would say something that helps me, like if I know I have so many things to do and I'm getting overwhelmed, like if I'm packing or something, which isn't even like a big thing to do, but I'm a super big list person. So I always like I'll go on my computer, I'll go on my phone, I'll go in my notes and I'll like write like to do or like a list. I'll make a schedule. I love making schedules. Being like, okay, 10 a.m. I'm waking up. 11 a.m. I'm washing my hair. 12 and like you have to set it to it, like set your mind to that. And I think schedules help me a lot. I do think it depends on the person, like what you like, but I'm definitely a schedule person. Lists, schedules, you got it. Hello, Nick. I do go to school. I have work too, but I go to school as well. I guess I have both. But my job isn't like, well, I guess it is every day, but I get to choose my own hours. I do social media as a job, and then I also do modeling as well. So I can kind of choose my hours, and then modeling isn't like a, oh, you're gonna go here every Tuesday and Thursday. It's like a, whenever you get this job, you know? I do not do OF. I do modeling, not OF, and not any type of social media like that. I don't agree with OF. I will never agree with OF. It is against like every moral I have for myself, and no matter what state I am in life or how broke and desperate I am, I will never do that because it is against all my morals, and I do not believe in that, and that's something I don't support at all. So please don't say that. That's like really disrespectful to me. It's actually very sad because there's multiple of the girls that do it that are brilliant girls, and it doesn't take away from that, but it's just sad because there's other things you could capitalize on, like your brain or your great personality or how you're such a sweet person. And I think that is just not something that should be normalized at all. I think it's way too normalized, and it should not be normalized like that. It should be shamed more. But to be fair, the girls that do it or the people that do it are not the only problem. I think the other problem is the people that watch it and do it. Like people that interact with it and the ones that are paying them that much. I think that is also part of the problem. Cuz they wouldn't be doing it if they didn't get the results, I guess. So I think it's a double-ended sword. How do you convince your parents to get you Snapchat? Uh I think you should respect your parents' boundaries. I think you can tell them like, hey, like all my friends are on here. Like I think whenever your parents realize, like especially if they don't use text message usually, and that's their only way of communication. If your parents realize like, hey, this is gonna be a reason why I get secluded, or this is gonna be a reason why people don't talk to me, like I'm not gonna be liked because of this, then they'll probably do it. But if it's not, I don't think it's that important. Like I don't think you need social media like that, especially depending on your age. Um, but I think usually you should respect your parents unless there is like something like, oh, I'm gonna be socially isolated, I'm gonna be alienated. Like tell your family that and see how they respond then. Because I think if they realize like, hey, like this is for my social life and like just having friends, I think they might. No, yeah, excluded. Sorry, I use near words a lot. I struggle to articulate my words. Like they make sense, perfect sense in my brain, but whenever they come out, I'll use like what I call near words. So I'll use a word that is not necessarily wrong, but it's not the correct word or not the best word that I could have used. So, yes, whenever I say double-edged sword, I mean like neither end of the, like, you can't, there's no good side, you know? Both are bad. Double-edged sword was the correct word there. Wait, someone said something. What do I do if, also for the person that said that I think the world would be better without social media, I agree for both ends. I agree that social media has helped so many people out. Some people need an outlet to express themselves. Some people, like, for people that like have like jobs on social media, like it has helped so many people in that way. It has helped so many people get over their insecurities, but it's also caused so many insecurities. And I think it depends on the person at the end of the day. But I think overall, social media has done a lot of damage. But I think there's so much good that is overlooked because of all the bad. And I think people just need to change their mindsets because social media has so much power to be such a great, incredible platform. And it's sad whenever people use it the wrong way. But I think people just need to change their mindsets. And people that aren't using it for good need to be called out. Because I know like a lot of the problem with the bad stuff on social media, it's like people be comparing themselves. I think that that isn't always the person's fault. Like if you just see, like let's say like you're scrolling on Instagram and you see a girl in a bikini photo and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I had her body. Like she's so perfect. I think that isn't the girl's fault. Not always. I mean, sometimes they are looking for that. But I feel like a lot of times, like if I post on social media, I've had people be like, oh my gosh, you're so gorgeous. I'm insecure now. And like that's the last thing I'd want. That's literally that kills me inside that I could make someone feel that way. And I think people need to stop looking at social media of, oh my gosh, all these pretty girls are here, like all these incredible people are here. Like I think people always look at other people and admire those things in them, but struggle to admire those things in themselves. So I think one, learning to love yourself, and I think two, to not compare yourself. I think being able to admire someone is so great whenever you don't compare yourself. I can scroll through social media endlessly and not think, oh, I wish I had that girl's hair. Oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. I always just can go through and be like, oh wow, like that girl's so beautiful. I think looking through with the mindset of admiration and love for these people without having to compare. But it really comes from internal and loving yourself first. I think that's the main problem. Ooh. Okay. I'm not being brainwashed. I just feel like I have a very good stance on my thoughts in life. And also, like, I never claim that I'm like an incredible philosopher and I'll take like all your pains and worries away and come to me and I'll give you the best advice ever. I mean, I'm just a girl on social media, but I do love helping people out. And I think one of like my main goals with social media is just to like talk to people. I want to make people feel better about themselves. I want them to feel safe. Oh, thank you for the $2, John. Thank you very, very much. But I know a lot of people are like rose-colored glasses, like, oh, like that's easy for you to say, but I think like genuinely, like I know a lot of people won't take my stuff to heart, but like what I'm saying is true, and I genuinely mean that. It's not just like rose-colored glasses, but I mean that in the sense of like anyone can have that mindset, anyone can be like that. I'm definitely not trying to ignore what's comes. What's your opinion on AI on social media? Also, I love the idea of girls uplifting girls. I love girls uplifting girls. It needs to be more common and real and authentic. What's my opinion on AI on social media though? Like, okay, listen, I think AI is very powerful in a good way, but I also think it's not good. Um, whenever it comes to AI, like, I don't like whenever people are like using AI to like do something bad. I think is good in the sense of like, oh, like this is teaching you things. Oh, this is doing good things. But I also don't like whenever people will edit stuff with AI, whenever people will fake stuff. And this also, beyond AI, I'm talking about like photoshopping too. I think it's more often used negatively than positively. And so I would say I don't appreciate it that much, especially because usually people aren't transparent about it, um, which causes for a very toxic cycle. So I would say I'm not a very big fan of it. Ooh. What about AI art? What do you mean by that? Like AI makes your art? Like, listen, here's the thing. It's like I think AI is so cool. I think AI is such a helpful tool, but I think AI can be abused. I think it can be used in bad ways. But I love AI. I think AI is super cool. I think AI is great for studying. It's great for creativity. It's great for so many things. But I think it can also be great for so many bad things. So I think it just needs to be used in moderation and correctly, positively, non-toxically. Uh, Someone said, why don't they make AI to where it's only good? The problem is majority of things I feel through my mindset, I feel like I'm a very optimistic person. I feel like majority of things are made for good, but there's always going to be someone or something that will make it negative, and you just have to learn to look past that. There's always going to be something there, like something great, something positive. You might even think, how in the world could you twist this to be bad? But it's possible. It's somehow it's possible, and there's always gonna be something, and you're gonna have to look past it. You're gonna have to move on from it, and just try to not use it that way. Try to not focus on it that way. Call out when it's used that way. But definitely something that you're just gonna have to work through or live through. It sucks, but it's like everything. I've never bought anything on the black market. Honestly, I don't even really know what the black market is. I'm not very educated on the black market. Oh my gosh, a lot of people have told me I look mean. I swear I'm not mean, guys. I swear I'm not mean. I am Christian, yes. Okay, yes, I know a lot of people say I am very young or I use rose-colored glasses, but I mean this all genuinely. And I've never claimed to be the best at talking. I've never claimed to be the best at advice, but I want to help and I want to do good on the internet. So I'm going to keep trying, even if it doesn't work. What I do if I'm trying to avoid gossiping about people, my friends gossip. One, you don't have to engage in the gossip. I know it's hard. I've grown up with people engaging in gossip, and I honestly hate gossiping. Like I don't ever feel good about gossiping. It doesn't make me feel like like I know all the secrets. I'm like, did you hear that Stacy did like I hate gossiping. I hate how I feel after I gossip. Like I don't like it. I would say just don't engage in it or just call it out. Like you don't have to be friends with those people. Like if those are not your people, feel free to find new people. You do not have to live with that. You don't have to go through that. Just don't be like rude to them. Like I always say, like if you don't want to be friends with someone anymore, either tell them what bothers you, confront them about it very politely, or just like slowly distance yourself. Because there's always so many more people that'll love you for you, and there's people that are gonna be there and like you for you and gonna have the traits that you want them to have. Either option's good. Yes, my eyes are naturally like this. And also, I think just like calling it out, like, like if it's not something that's like that big of a deal, but like if they're like attacking someone for no reason, like just be like, hey, um, that's kind of mean. And even if they're, here's my thing too, and this isn't about everyone that gossips. I'll say this, okay? But for me, how I feel is I feel like if someone gossips to me about every person they ever met, like I've had friends that'll meet people and every person they meet, they just come back to me and they tell me something awful about the person and how they did this and they did that. And like, I cannot believe that you wouldn't go to someone and say these things about me. Like if I know someone that gossips, all I can think is behind my back you're probably gossiping about me too. So like I don't really trust people that gossip a lot. Because that's all I can think. Is if you can gossip behind their back so easily, you can probably do the same to me. So I think, remember that. What do I do if my friends are leaving me out of their conversations right in front of me? Find new friends. I think people put up with bad friends and toxic friends so much, and I am, I'm a victim of that too. I've had many fake friends along the way, along my journeys of life, my chronicles. But I would say just find new friends. Like it's really not hard to make new friends. It's not hard to meet new people. And I think also quantity and no, not quality over quantity. I don't, at least for me personally, I don't think your social status matters. I think what matters is at the end of the day you're happy and you feel safe and you can trust those people that you hold close. And it's never too late to find new friends. It's never too late to make new friends. No matter what age you are, you can find a new friend. You can make new friends and people will love you for you And you can find friends that are the way you want them to be. You can find real, genuine friendships. There are people out there that are made for you and meant to be in your life. And not to Jesus juke, but God has a plan for you and God has people for you. Okay? And to the person that said people only like me because I'm pretty. One, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. Two, I want you to know that multiple people have hated me because of that. And I think people can be more attracted because of that, but I think that there's also a lot of bad aspects that come with that, and people don't realize that either. Like, I've had a lot of people be rude to me because of that, or people be competitive with me because of that, and in general. And I feel like majority of my friends that I've made are very fake friends and don't care for me as me, but I have found real friends beyond that. So, I think it goes for anyone. I look like Gigi Wonder? I don't think we look alike at all, but what do I do when my best friend is fake around me? Wait, what do I do when my best friend is fake around me and my best friend is fake around my other toxic friend but normal around me. If your best friend's like, okay, like as in like you say they're talking bad about you or they're just being nice blatantly to their face. Cuz if they're just being nice to the fake friend's face, they might just have a hard time talking to them and you can tell them like, "Hey, that makes me uncomfortable. Don't do that." But like if they're being rude to you and talking bad about you to the fake friend, that's not your friend. Go find new friends. Like I said, it's never too late to find new friends. You can always make new friends. And if people don't like you and they don't respect you and they don't value you, then there's people that will. Always. Yeah, anyone that's toxic is not your friend. I will tell you, I will like defend my friends viciously. I mean, I'll admit if they're wrong, but like I defend my friends viciously. I always want to stand up for my friends. Like I couldn't imagine going behind their back and being like, "I hate Stacy. Stacy is so rude." And then going back to Stacy and being like, "I love you, Stacy. You're the kindest person ever." I would feel so awful. I don't understand how people wouldn't feel so fake. And like I know there's people out there for you that are real people and that aren't shallow and that will value you. I'm from America. It is life. It is life. And there's going to be so many people that you go through, so many people that you meet and that are like that. And you're so lucky if you haven't. I'm so happy for you. But usually at the end of the day, there's so many people. And unfortunately, I feel like there's more people like that than not, especially when you're younger. And that sucks, but there's still so many out there that are. I think you just got to find your people. And also, for you to find that person, I think you should be that person as well. Like, you might be like, oh, I can't find any real friends. But if you're also not being a real friend, then I think that's kind of hypocritical to say. I think that before you can find friends that are like that, you need to be a friend like that. You need to be that person. You want to say you're sorry for me because there's a lot of predators and it's kind of crazy? Um, yeah, that's always something that's gonna be there. But like I said before, I like to look at the good and the bad, and I like to be optimistic. So I usually just don't bother with it. I just don't comment on it, and also I just don't really focus on it, so it doesn't really bother me that much. And I don't know if this should make you feel any better. It probably won't, but those people that are commenting this behind their screen also think that in real life. So anyone that is commenting this, they are in fact the same in real life, and it doesn't matter whether they're behind a screen or whether they're in real life. There's always gonna be people like that, and it's something you gotta live with and deal with. So I just gotta get over it. But it does get annoying. It's not always the nicest. Why is it so difficult to deal with fear of failure, especially when it's about taking decisions. I struggle with failure a lot. Not that sounds bad. I struggle with the fear of failure a lot. Especially growing up being like a super high achieving, um, like gifted kid. Like I feel like I was always like an overachieving kid. Like I always seek like validation from my parents in a sense that like I wanted to know that like they were proud of me. I've always struggled with that, and I think realizing that everyone makes mistakes and it's okay to not be perfect because no one's perfect. And even the people that you're probably seeking validation from or the people that you don't want to let down, even if it's yourself, you need to realize that they're going to be proud of you no matter what. And if they aren't, then there's something wrong with them. But I think you just need to understand that your value isn't your value is not in your sport. Your value is not in your grades. Your value is not in your money. Your value is not in your looks. Your true value comes from who you are as a person. And I think if anyone values you based off of anything else, then it's just wrong. And they're not valuing you correctly and they don't appreciate you for you. And I think you need to find people that do. Because your value only matters on who you are as a person and not anything else. It might be cool, but at the end of the day, I'd rather someone that is the kindest person I ever met than someone that is a scholar, you know? Someone said, what do I do if I have a hard time being a perfectionist and burnt out at the same time because I find it so hard at school sometimes? Like I said earlier, I think having to understand and comprehend the fact that you don't need to be perfect. I know it's hard, especially for certain people, to see that, but I think, like I was saying earlier, try to find out some habits maybe to help you get focused, some habits, like if you're studying, maybe do like 25 minutes studying, 5 minutes off. Figure out what'll help you. If you do schedules, if you do lists, that'll help you focus, if they help you stay on task. And then, like I said earlier, realizing that at the end of the day, it's okay to make mistakes. If you're turning in something and you're like, it's not perfect yet, guess what? A 70 is better than a 0. So I think just realizing that mistakes are okay, and at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. If you fail a class, you can just redo it. Do I have a lucky number? I like 8s. So, like, I like the number 8. I like 18. Anything that has 8, I like. I like 8s a lot. Yeah, like, no one's perfect, and I'm pretty sure there's so many people that are going through what you're going through. And that is completely okay. And that is completely justified and valid that you're feeling that. What do I do if I want to break up with someone who sits next to me and I don't want to make it awkward? I think don't by any means do not try to pull the like it's not you, it's me. Don't pull that. I think just genuinely tell them like why you don't like them anymore. Like if you just don't have interest, just be like, "Hey, like I just don't view you that way anymore. Like I respect who you are as a person." Or maybe you don't. I think just tell them the truth. If you really just don't like them anymore in that way, just be like, hey, I respect you as a person. I think you're incredible, but I just don't see you that way anymore. Like, I just think be so incredibly respectful. Do not tear down who they are as a person. Don't tear down anything about them, their personality, their looks, their intelligence. Don't degrade them. And don't degrade yourself either. Just explain why you don't think it's a fit anymore, why I don't think it works. Everything I'm saying, women do. I hope you realize that everything I'm saying, majority of everyone does, not just a certain gender. Like, everyone goes through things. Everyone does things. Everything that people have asked me about has happened to me from both genders. And that's not an insane concept. And that's not hate to men, but it's not hate to women either. It's just everyone does it. I mean, not everyone does it, but like no one's excluded from that. Like I think that's so silly. Yes, I know. Men and women both get turned down all the time. It doesn't make you special because you're a man or because you're a woman. Guys, I feel like I'm interacting with rage bait. Oh. Okay. Is that art? What? Trolls. Yeah, I get rage baited really easy. Favorite season is autumn or fall. My crush doesn't laugh easily, but she laughs at everything I say. Is that good? That is great. That means that she likes you. Usually. But yeah, I would say that's great. I think someone that like likes the way that you interact, like your personality, someone that's very invested in you and likes you that way, I think that's great. That's incredible. Your cousin saying you're mean, but whenever her best friend did it, she just laughed it off like it was normal. I think one, bring up that scenario, bring up how it makes you feel. Can like just call it out blatantly for what it is. Be like, hey, I like, and take accountability too. Like, hey, like I'm sorry I did this. I didn't mean to, like hurt anyone's feelings. I didn't mean to be rude. I didn't mean to be insensitive. But I think that it's somewhat hypocritical and rude how you're reacting to the way I did this whenever you've done the same thing. I think just bring it up, say it for what it is, don't exclude yourself, still take accountability for what you did, but say that it's not fair that, like, if you're getting that treatment, it's not fair for the other person not to get that treatment either. So, I think just blatantly bring it up for it is and be polite and respectful. How do you deal with over apologizing? It's been so difficult. Like you over apologize is what you're saying. Like you do the over apologizing. I used to do this a lot. I would always say sorry no matter what. One, I think get the word out of your vocabulary. One thing that one reason I don't say sorry as much anymore is it's just not in my vocabulary. Like I mean, okay, that sounds bad. If I did something wrong, I will say sorry, but I think reflect on it and realize, like, is this actually something I did bad? Am I actually sorry about something? I think if you're actually sorry and you can think of why you're sorry, then you can say sorry. Because whenever I say sorry to someone, it's not just like a I'm sorry. It's a I'm sorry for, and next time I'll do this. Like I take full accountability when I'm saying sorry. And I'm like, I'm sorry that I did this. I'm sorry it made you feel this way. I did not mean to do that. If you can't do that, then you're not actually sorry. I have no clue what I'm going to be for Halloween. I'm just the person that asks. I have no idea. I need to figure it out because I always feel like I figure stuff out too late, but no clue. Someone asked for a shout out. What's your name? Hello. Wait, where'd it go? Sorry, guys. Someone asked for a shout out, but I didn't know what their name was. Oh my gosh. Comment again, guys. I didn't see it. Rep your state. Texas. Bye, Betty. Someone said, my best friend and I used to have all our classes together, and we didn't have any, and we don't have any except for lunch, but I feel like we hardly ever talk, and she just leaves me on red and opens my snaps but never responds. Wait, So you used to have all your classes together, now you don't, and you feel like she's not giving you any time of day. One, bring it up to her. I know, as a person, I love all my friends, I respect all my friends, I value all my friends, but I know personally, one of my flaws is I'm very lacking in communication, and not in the sense of, like, I can't communicate well, but in the sense of, I'm just not, like, a super social person, and, like, I could see myself doing the same thing and have no intention of being mean. So I think genuinely, like, not would be like so polite, be like, hey, like, I don't know if you're intending to do this. And in person, like, talk to her in person. But like, you're making me feel like really like upset. You've been leaving me on red. I feel like you haven't been talking to me. Like, it's really sad. Like, just tell her how you feel and see how she takes it. If she doesn't care, if you can see that she's not a big deal or she just doesn't make any attempts to change that, then go find some new friends. There's plenty of people that will love you and will respect you and will reach out to you and will give you that time. But sometimes it's just genuine, like, accidents and mistakes. Like, people don't realize that. So I think just talk to her first, because a lot of people just aren't aware of what they do. A lot of people aren't self-aware in that sense. And, like, a lot of people just don't know how you're feeling either. Like, it might not bother them. Because I know for me, it's like, if me and my friend don't talk for months and then suddenly see each other, it's like, hey, bestie. But some people can't do that. And I think knowing those boundaries will help friendships so much. So just speak to her and tell her. Okay. I look like Sabrina Carpenter. A lot of people say that. Do you have some separation anxiety tips? I have it bad and I haven't been able to sleep at my friends anymore because of it, sadly. Honestly, I feel like I've never had separation anxiety like that, so I don't know how much I could help. I think maybe like go on social media and like talk to other people that do, or try to figure it out and test things that'll help. But I personally haven't experienced that, so I don't know what I could say or do to help like coach you through that, because I personally haven't experienced it. But I do know that like if you do put your mind to something like that, you can absolutely get over something like that. Like, it's mental, not in a rude way, but like it's something mental that you can absolutely get over. And if you want to get over it and you want to grow from it, you can absolutely grow. You're always evolving and you're always growing. You're never stagnant. So you can definitely grow as a person, and anything that you don't like can be fixed and changed. I don't like the word fixed. It can be altered. Where are my parents? Downstairs. Yes, everyone does evolve like a Pokemon. People are constantly evolving. There's never a point in your life where you're not evolving. So, like, don't worry. You're good. I do have a 2-story house, yes. Thanks for being chill. I do my best. Hey, can you give me a shout out? Hello, Dom3342. I'm trying not to sound needy, but my girlfriend broke up with me and my parents got a divorce. I'm so sorry that you had those things happen to you, and it's not needy at all that you want to shout out. Like, I don't mind at all, and I'm so sorry you're going through that, and I'm wishing you the best. And hope you get through that well. And people are out there supporting you, and people have your back, and I love you, and people love you. And try to be an optimist in hard situations, even when it's hard. Thank you guys. Thanks for helping. At least it's okay. You're such a wonderful girl, and I love you so much. And I wish we had more people like you. Okay, thank you so much. You're so kind. And I'm really sorry I can't help you with your question that much. I just don't have much personal experience. I can give you some motivation. I can uplift you some. But personally, with separation anxiety, I am not someone that's experienced that much. So I can't really tell you. I no, really, I don't know. I don't really know. Especially because I feel like that's like a very person to person thing, like why they have separation anxiety, who it's for. The PS5, that is my boyfriend's. I bought it for my boyfriend for Christmas, I think. 2 years ago or 1 year ago. I don't remember. I think it was last year. Wait, someone said, how do I know if my crush likes me? Every time I look at him, he's staring at me. Just talk to him. Like, I think just talk to people. Like, that should be so normalized. Talking to people, enjoying people, interacting with people should be something that's so, like, that's the norm. Go talk to people. Go have fun. Don't be anxious. It's literally just a human. We're all human. There's nothing embarrassing about that. So just go chat with him. See how he reacts. See how, like, try to look at the cues. Maybe be a little flirty. See how he responds to the flirting. Make sure he doesn't have a girlfriend, because that is, if he has a girlfriend, that's a no. But I think just talk to him and see how he feels. See his vibe. See if y'all vibe together. Someone said, how do I stop getting made fun of for being fat? One, I'm so sorry you're going through that. That is never okay. And two, I think it's hard because you're always going to have haters. You're always going to have people that are hating on you. And I think realizing your worth and finding people that also realize your worth and value you truly and couldn't live with saying rude things. I know the one time, like I know there's people like this, because at least for me, my mom's the same way. I would like to say I'm very nice to people, and I feel like I know this. I have like such a bad, like, I feel terrible when I say something bad, and I don't remember much things from my childhood, but I remember in 7th grade, which, 5 years ago, I said something rude to one of my friends, and literally I felt so bad. As soon as I said it, I wish I could just like suck up my words again. I felt like an awful, terrible person, and all I could think of was how terrible it was. And even 5 years later, like, the words still haunt me. Like, it still haunts me that I said something like that to someone and that I could make someone feel bad. And so I think that you can find people like that. You can find people that'll value you and see you for who you are and beyond anything and love you for who you are. And you're always going to have haters, but you need to love yourself so much and see yourself for you and not let them get to you, because there's always going to be that little person in the back of your head that's like, you're this, you're that. And I think people need to see themselves enough to where they can look past what other people are saying and have such a great support system that just outweighs any of the bad. Wait, someone said, what do I do if my boyfriend's phone went off and there was a text from a girl saying, hey, you want to come over tomorrow night? Do you think he's cheating? One, figure out his phone password. If he is not willing to tell you his phone password, that's awful. I think that he's definitely cheating if he's not willing to tell you his phone password. Because why? I'm just going to tell you, my boyfriend has always told me his phone password and actually changed his phone password to be the same password as my phone password. So it would be less work and I wouldn't have to remember 2 codes. So if he wanted to, he would, first of all. And second of all, there's no reason that he shouldn't tell you. And then just straight up, like, I would say, figure out. Then when he's sleeping or when he's unaware, go look at it, or just straight up ask him, what is that relationship? What is the status of that? And if he's not willing to tell you or you feel like he's lying, just ask to see the text message proof. And if he's unwilling, then just break up with him. I would never cheat on my boyfriend. I want you to know that that is also against so many morals I have for myself. I think that if I cheated on someone, not only would I never do that, first of all, but second of all, I would feel awful about myself. I don't know. I could never feel good about myself and proud of myself and happy at myself if I did that. Like, guys, you don't know me. Thank you, thank you. And no, for the people that say like don't listen to that, like they're just being annoying. I know they're being annoying. I know they're being annoying, but sometimes I just like to correct them because it's so blasphemous to say it whenever it's like against everything. But it doesn't actually bother me. Do my eyes turn darker blue when I get mad? No. They always stay the same color. I think the only way they change color is like depending on lighting, but that's it. Pretty good. What are you majoring in? Whenever I go to college, I want to major in mechanical engineering. Anyways, yes, this is a promise ring. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hop off live. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my live. I love you guys so much, and peace out.